Hello students, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360. As in the previous session, we have discussed regarding the median. Okay, so in this session, we have to continue with further, that is mode. And after that, we will discuss what is the relationship between the mean, mode and median. And then some other points which we have to cover here. So let's start without wasting much time. First of all, we have to cover that is chapter number 3, part 5. This chapter, it is very important, and I think you are already aware that we have covered all the important points regarding that. In the previous session, I will provide you one question for the practice purpose. Hope all of you have solved that question. Clear? I have shared with that question all of you. This question I will give you for the practice purpose, question number 20. Hope I expect that you will get the correct answer, and I request all of you comment your answer in the comment section of the video so that I can get what answer you will get. Okay, so I can know. So next topic here, that is the mode. Today, first of all, we will discuss regarding the mode. Clear? We have already discussed regarding the mean, median. Now next one here, that is the mode. So what is the mode here? So the mode of a set of numbers. Clear? The mode of a set of numbers is that number. Clear? The mode of a set of number, it is that number which occurs more number of times than any other number in the set. Clear? So that is what is the mode, that is the number which occurs most of the time. Clear? The mode, it is a set of numbers, or we can say that the mode basically it is that number which occurs more number of times. Clear? That is which occurs more number of times than any other number. Clear? Than any other number in the set. Clear? Than any other number in the set. It is the most frequently occurring value. Clear? It is the most frequently occurring value. If two or more, clear, it is the most frequently occurring value. If two or more values occur with equal or nearly equal number of times, clear, if two or more values occur with equal or nearly equal number of times, then the distribution is said to be have two or more modes. Okay, when basically there are two, then it is to be when two numbers are occurring equal number of times, then it is to be two mode, or if it is more times, then it is to be known as multimodal. Clear? In case there are three or more modes. Clear? In case there are three or more modes, and the distribution of data set. Clear? In that case, the distribution or data set is said to be multimodal. Clear? In that case, the distribution or data set is said to be multimodal. Clear? So that is regarding the overall discussion regarding the mode. So now, first of all, we will discuss here, that is the mode of the ungrouped or the raw data. Clear? Mode of the ungrouped or the raw data. So what the example says, that basically find the mode of the data. Clear? Find the mode for the data. Clear? So they have given the data. So let's find out, first of all, which numbers occur most of the time. So first of all, we will move towards the 23. One time, two times, three times. So 23 here occurs three times. Next 25. 25, as we go with the series, it occurs only one time. 20 occurs only one time. 26 occurs only one time. 21 occurs only one time. 27 occurs two times. Clear? So only that. Here the number which is occurring most of the time, that is to be 23. Clear? That is to be 23. That is occurring three times. Clear? So our answer here, it is to be. What is the answer here? That is answer here, it is to be 23. Clear? So value 23 occurs maximum number of times, or we can say that three times with respect to the other number. So mode here, it is to be 23. Even sometimes we will think that these types of question we will not find in the examination, but we don't know what they will ask in the examination. Sometimes some questions in the examination are very easy, so that you can score at least the passing marks. Clear? So that you can score at least the passing marks. And these are some of the questions. Sometimes these are some of the questions which you will get in the examination. Next one, mode of the grouped data. Clear? Next point which we have to discuss here, that is the mode of the grouped data. If a variate x, clear, if a variate x takes values x1, x2 up to xn with the corresponding frequencies f1, f2 till fn respectively, then the mode is clear. So then what is the value of the mode? Clear? If a variate x takes values x1, x2 till xn with the corresponding frequencies f1, f2 till fn respectively, then what is the mode here? Clear? So then what is the mode here? Just important thing here, that is you have to be understand the formula, or remember the formula, that is mode here it is equal to L1 plus L2 minus L1, F1 minus F0 upon 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2. So this is the formula of the mode in this case. Clear? So this is the formula of the mode in this case. So now let's further discuss where L1. What is L1 here? L1, it is the lower limit of the model class. Clear? Where what is the L1 here? L1 it is with the equal to the that is lower limit of the model class. L2 that is simply upper limit of the model class. F1 that is the frequency of the model class. F1 and F0 it is the frequency of the class preceding the model class, and F2 that is frequency of the class succeeding the model class. Please remember that L1 basically what is that lower limit of the model class, L2 that is upper limit of the model class. F1 what is that frequency of the model class. Clear? F1 here that is the frequency of the model class. F0 that is the frequency of the class preceding the model class. Clear? F0 here what is that frequency of the class preceding the model class. F2 what is that frequency of the class succeeding the model class. Clear? That is frequency of the class succeeding the model class. Clear? So these are some of the points which we have to remember here. Clear? Which we have to remember here. Now move to the next point. We will discuss with the help of the question. Clear? Now next point which we will have to cover with the help of the question. And I request to all of you kindly try to solve this question. So find the mode for the data. Clear? Find the mode for the data. Here class interval is given. So just first of all for the mode, we have to check which class interval has the maximum repetition. That is, it is to be 40 to 50. Clear? It is to be 40 to 50 class interval. That is, it is to be 30. Clear? Highest frequency. Just we have to first find out what is the highest frequency. Highest frequency in this case, it is to be of the class interval 40 to 50. So we will pick that. Okay. We will pick that interval. Next one. What is the step in the case? Next one, that is just put the formula here, that is mode is equal to L1. Why I am writing again and again? So that you are able to remember L2 minus L1, F minus F0. Okay. Just go with the sequence, that is L2 minus L1, F1 minus F0. Here, take 2F1 minus F0 minus F2. 2 times of the middle value and subtract lower value and the upper value. Clear? 2 times of the middle value, subtract lower value and the upper value. Just we have to take here. So what is the L1, L2 here? Just what is the L1, L2 here? This is to the L2. This one is the L1. What is F0? F0 that is frequency of the, this is F0. What is F1? This is F1. This is F2. So all the values are to be present here. Just put it here. 40 plus 50 minus 40, 30 minus 26 upon 2 into 30 minus 26 minus 20. So here it is to 40 plus 10 into 4 upon 60 minus 46. 40 plus 40 upon 14. 20 upon 7. 7 for 280. Plus 20 upon 7. It comes out to basically 300 upon 7. Clear? It comes out to basically 300 upon 7. So when we are calculating 300 divided by 7, it comes out to basically 42.87. Clear? It comes out to 42.857. Okay, so this will be the answer. Hope all of you are able to understand. These are very simple questions. One thing that is you have to do practice. Clear? As I have already said that many students say that they will clear the examination within 1 day, within 2 days, within 5 days, just going through these notes. But the reason behind that, if you properly prepare, definitely you will clear the examination with confidence. There is nothing typical to understand. Just you have to go with the way. Because these things you also find like sometimes basically in the banking sector. Clear? I will say that basically if anyone asks that what is the interest for 1 year on 1 lakh, clear, very less persons are able to calculate that interest on the calculator, clear, on the calculator. But if you have gone through these subjects, clear, because in these subjects we are also able to understand how we have to calculate the interest on the fixed deposit. Okay, exactly same value. You will see that your senior employees in the bank, they are able to calculate all these things on the calculator and with much more speed than the system. Clear, in the system you have to generate the account and after that you have to calculate, clear, or you have to go through the software, but they can manually calculate all the answers, clear, within seconds with the help of the calculator, clear. So you have to understand all these things, clear. So here we have to calculate the regarding the mode. What is the reason behind that? What, how we have to calculate that? Is this is the formula for that. This is the backbone for that. L1 plus L2 minus L1 F1 minus F0 upon 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2. Now move to the next question. If the mode of the distribution, clear here, I expect all of you are able to calculate, or I will calculate here, not an issue. If the mode here it is 115, then find the missing frequency, clear. So then find the missing frequency. Here they have already tell that the mode here it is to be 115. So as we know that if the mode is to be 115, so what it is meaning that it lies between which interval, clear, it lies between which class interval, that is it lies between this class interval, clear, it lies between this class interval. Because for calculating the mode, L1 plus L2 minus L1 F1 minus F0 upon 2 F1. Okay, so this is the formula here, and mode here that is 115, clear. We have to calculate the frequency, clear. We have to calculate the frequency, clear. Since mode it is 115, so it lies between which class interval, clear, it lies between which class interval, that is 105 to 120, clear. So it lies basically in this class interval. So just put that value here. Mode here it is to 115, assuming that here it is to be X or A. L1 105, L2 minus L1 that is to be 15 here. Put it that 15. F1 minus F0, this is to be F1, that is X minus 60 upon 2X minus 60 minus 70. Okay. So when you are trying to solve this question, you will be get the answer, clear, you will be get the answer. And I request to all of you, please try to give the answer in the next session. What will be the answer of this question? Just try to solve that. In the examination, calculator is to be allowed, so you have to solve that. Okay, there is nothing any typical regarding that. Just try to solve that and give your answer, clear. What will be the answer here? Okay. Now move to the next point. So these are some of the merits and the demerits of the mode. So what is the merit? That is, as we have calculated the mean, mode, and median. So this it is one of the merit, that is it is easiest, or it is easy to calculate and understand. Clear? Why understand? That is the term which occurs maximum number of time, that is to be mode. Clear? So it is easy to calculate and understand. Second one, it is not much affected. It is not affected much by the sampling fluctuations. Clear? It is not affected much by the sampling fluctuation. Third one, it is not necessary to know all the points. Clear? It is not necessary to know all the points. Only the point of maximum concentration it is to be required here. Clear? Only the point of maximum concentration it is to be required. And next one, what are the demerits of the mode? First one, it is ill-defined. Clear? It is ill-defined, as it is not based on all the observations. Clear? Second one, it is not capable of further algebraic treatment, and it is not a good representative. Clear? It is also not a good representative. Clear? So what is the best? That is as, that is mean. It will take all the observations. Clear? Mean will take all the observations. Okay, now move to the next one. These are the merits and demerits. Very, very important. Sometimes you will get one more question, that is, what is the relationship between the mean, median, and mode? Median, not it is media, it is to be median. Clear? What is the relationship between the mean, median, and mode? Clear? So kindly correct it one, that is median. So we have learned about the three measures of the central value, namely the arithmetic mean, median, and the mode. And these three measures are closely connected by the following relationship. What is the relationship? That is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. Clear? Mode, what is mode? It is equal to basically 3 median minus 2 mean. Clear? So kindly remember that this will be the answer here. That is mode here, it is equal to the 3 median minus 2 mean. Clear? 3 median minus 2 mean. This will be the answer here. Any doubt, any query regarding the same, please try to remember. Just try to remember that what is the formula of the, what is the relationship? Clear? Not formula. That is what is the relationship between the mean, median, and mode. That is mode here, it is equal to the mode here, it is equal to the 3 median minus 2 mean. Now next one, next portion, it is also consist of the numericals and numericals. Clear? Numericals and numericals in the next point also. So let's move towards it. Before trying to move towards it, we have to understand some of the points. That is introduction to measure of dispersion. Clear? Introduction to measure of dispersion. Dispersion, that is how much data is to be scattered. Clear? What is dispersion? That is dispersion, how much the data is going to be scattered here. Clear? So just I will discuss one point here. That is what is measure of dispersion? That is measure of dispersion, basically it is the another property of the data. Clear? Measure of dispersion, it is the another property of the data which establishes the degree of variability. Clear? Which establishes the degree of variability or the spread out or scatter of the individual items and their deviation. Clear? And their deviation basically from the averages or the central tendencies. Clear? And their deviation basically from the averages or the central tendencies. The process by which the data are scattered. Clear? The process by which the data are scattered, stretched or spread out. Clear? The process by which the data are to be scattered, stretched, or spread out among a variety of categories. Clear? Among a variety of categories is referred to as the dispersion. Clear? The process by which the data are to be scattered, stretched, or spread out. Clear? The data are to be scattered, stretched, or spread out among a variety of categories is referred to as dispersion. Clear? It is referred to as dispersion. Clear? So now let's directly move towards the waste. So these are the various measures of dispersion that are given below. Why I am saying that this is very, very important. This is 1 mark question. This is separately 1 mark question. Clear? In the examination, they will ask directly which among the following it is the absolute measure of dispersion, or which among the following it is not the absolute measure of dispersion. Clear? Or how many there are measures, absolute measures of dispersion. Clear? So these are the 3 questions you will find in the examination, and we have to discuss all these questions in detail one by one. Clear? So there are 4 absolute measures of the dispersion. First one, that is the range. Quartile deviation, I will already cover this one in the part 3rd. Quartile deviation, what is the formula of that? Or interquartile range. Third one, that is the mean deviation. Fourth one, that is the standard deviation. Clear? So according to the range, so we have to, that is 4 relative. This is the absolute measure. Clear? Please remember that these are the absolute measures. And then next one, that is the 4 relative measures. Clear? These are the 4 relative measures. With respect to the range, what is the relative measure? That is the coefficient of range. Quartile deviation, with respect to that, what is the coefficient of quartile deviation relative measure? Third one, that is the mean deviation. With respect to that, next one, that is the coefficient of mean deviation. Fourth one, that is the standard deviation. With respect to that, coefficient of variation. Clear? Coefficient of a variation. Clear? These are all the relative measures of the dispersion. Clear? These are all the relative measures of the dispersion, and we have to cover one by one. Clear? In this session, we will try to cover only range. Clear? We will try to cover only range with the because of the time constraint. We will try to cover only range. Clear? Or brief discussion. Clear? So what are the measures of the dispersion? This one, it is the graphical representation here. And sometime in the examination, they will give you the graph like this one, it is A, this one, it is to be B, this one, it is to be C, this one, it is to be like this one. Clear? So this one, it is the distance from the center. Clear? This one, it is the distance from the center. So this one, it is to be the range. variance, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation. Clear? So now we have to discuss all these points one by one. Clear? This is that is, you can say this is the range of that. Okay, maximum value. I will discuss all these points one by one. So let's move toward that. First of all, regarding the range and the coefficient of range. Clear? Range and the coefficient of range. Clear? So range, what is it? Is the absolute measure. Relative measure, that is the coefficient of range. Clear? So let's discuss what is the meaning of the range here. Range, what is that? It is the simplest absolute measure of dispersion. Clear? Range, what is that? It is the simplest absolute measure of the dispersion. Clear? It is the simplest absolute measure of the dispersion. How we can say that simplest? Basically, it is simply the difference between the maximum and the minimum. Clear? So what is range here? Range, basically, it is simply the difference between the maximum and the minimum. Clear? It is simply the range between the maximum and the minimum. And what is the coefficient of range? Coefficient of range, it is equal to the maximum minus minimum upon maximum plus minimum. Clear? So what is the coefficient of range here? That is the maximum minus minimum upon maximum plus minimum. Clear? Upon maximum plus minimum. Clear? So like on the basis of that, we have to discuss one example here. Clear? On the basis of that, we have to discuss one example here. Clear? That what is the range here? That is maximum minus minimum. And what is the coefficient of range here? That is maximum minus minimum upon maximum plus minimum. Okay, so this is the coefficient of range. Okay, so now next move towards the example, that is find the range and the coefficient of range. Clear? Find the range and the coefficient of range for the following items. Clear? Find the range and the coefficient of range basically for the following matters. Clear? So here we will find that 18, 15, 20, 17, 22, 16. So what is the minimum value? Minimum value we will find here, it is to 15, and maximum value here we can find it 22. So what is the range here? Clear? So what is the range here? That is range, it is equal to the maximum minus minimum. 22 minus 15, it is to be 7 here. Clear? 22 minus 15, it is to be 7 here. And what is the coefficient of range? Just maximum minus minimum, that is 7 upon 22 plus 15. So 7 upon 37. Clear? 7 upon 37. So coefficient of range, that is maximum minus minimum upon maximum plus minimum, that is 7 upon 37. It is to be 0.19. Clear? It is to be 0.19. Okay. So this is the simple. These are, you will see that these are all the simple formulas, but we have to understand all these things. Clear? So now next one, where it will be used. Clear? So range and the coefficient of range. Like we can say that basically in the weather forecasting. Like this one, it is the minimum weather. This one, it is the maximum weather. Clear? You will find that they have given that is the range. Clear? So range and the coefficient of range are used to measure the spread in the quality control, fluctuations in the share prices in weather forecasting. Clear? So like we have seen that basically there is a limit given that this one, it will the minimum temperature of the day, and this one will be the maximum temperature. Clear? So that it is to be known as in the technical language, that is to be known as the range. Clear? That is to be known as the range. Okay. So these are the merits and demerits, and I request to all of you, please go through that. Clear? So in the next session, we will cover regarding the quartile deviation and the coefficient of quartile deviation and all other things. Clear? In the next session, we will cover that. Clear? The next session, we will cover that. So in this session, we have discussed regarding the range and the coefficient of range. And these are very, very important. Clear? Kindly please remember that this is the absolute measures. These are the relative measures. Clear? So all the coefficients, and please remember that all the coefficients are to be relative measures. Okay. So in this session, we will discuss up to this much point. I will take one more session on that. In the next session, we will cover this topic. And after that, I will provide you 15 to 20 questions for the practice purpose. Clear? 15 to 20 questions for the practice purpose. So thanks to all of you for joining this session. And if you have any doubt, any query regarding that, please ask your doubt.